Hey guys, what's up? So, as you know, I'm William. Not that long ago, I did another review. Well, I did a review of Lucha Underground for July 1st. This is a little bit late because I was kind of doing stuff, but um, I decided to. A few weeks ago, I did this thing called my WK's Thoughts, and it started as like a little, yeah, it was gonna be a review, but Lucha Underground was the same thing for an hour. Not much to talk about. Not much to, oh, this happened, and then this happened, and then this person had a match, and then Dario said this thing, and then that's gonna fall. And then this thing, I couldn't do that because it was one match all night long. And I've been thinking I have other interests other than wrestling and whatever else I talk about on here, oodles, video games. We all have different things. Me and Oodles and Dr. 20XX, we like video games and we like movies and we just like stuff like that. And one of my all-time favorite horror movies is Scream. Yes, the infamous slasher movie from 1996, Scream, about the killer who goes around killing innocent teens. Well, I found out recently that they were making a series on MTV, and I jumped at it. I love Scream. I love the series. One is my favorite. Three, it's okay. Two, I've seen bits and pieces. Four, I've seen like the first half hour, and I was just done. But I was gonna give the series a chance. I recorded it yesterday. Didn't get a chance to actually watch it until tonight after Lucha Underground. I made in the notebook that I made the notes for Lucha Underground, and you can check out that video also on my channel from tonight, from about an hour ago. So this is kind of actual episode one of my thoughts. Episode 0 was just, hey, introductions, supposed to be a review, but this is kind of, I'm going to talk about which one I think is better, what I liked, what I can't wait for. Just bear with me. I have a lot to kind of talk. I took notes as if it was a review. See, that's Lucha Underground. So one page, and then like if that page actually fucking turns a few lines, just some things I noticed. So if you've seen the original, like the movie Scream, it's about it's about I actually can't. Hold on. I'm kind of nervous because I've been saying how, oh yeah, I'm gonna impressions on this manga thing, but okay. So Scream, I had to kind of. Scream is about a group of teens who are pitted against a mass murder that tests their knowledge of horror movies. So it's kind of like, oh, it has all of the horror movie tropes in it. Even has the rules of horror movies, and I like that. I like things that are self-aware of themselves. Like Scream, they're like, oh yeah, don't do this or this happens. Don't do that or this happens. All these different just things you don't think about. So I'm kind of interested to see how the series plays out. So I recorded it yesterday, watched it after Lucha Underground, and I honestly I enjoyed it. Just some real quick things. First, Bella Thorne is in this, and I can't see her honestly in anything other than a Disney Channel show. It's weird for me to see her. Like I have a brother, and all he watches is Disney Channel. And I remember when she was on Shake It Up, and it was just week after week of just her on that show, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm dancing, and then now it's her on this show, and within the first 10 minutes, she kind of gets killed. It's not really a spoiler because if you've seen Scream, you know that the first like 15 minutes, the first girl, Drew Barrymore, killed. So it's kind of um, implied that, oh yeah, if we're gonna make a series off of this well popular movie series, some things are gonna have to change, some things are gonna be the same, and that's what I thought was good about this. My big problem right now is the mask. I don't like it. Like I'm gonna look at a set. Hopefully, I'm gonna the mask. I thought perfect. It's just like I'm looking at the original right now. It's fine. It's perfect. It's supposed to just be a costume. And then I look at the TV show mask, and it just looks. It looks dumb. I don't like it. Anyways, one thing I honestly like about this is all the homages. Like they even acknowledge the fact that, oh yeah, you have all these great TV shows, Bates Motel, Hannibal, rest in peace. But what about a slasher movie, TV show? And one of the kids is kind of like, can't do that. Can't use a slasher film as a TV show. And I just think that was one of the best lines in episode one because it's like, wow, you're doing exactly what the movie did. You're making fun of yourself, but you're kind of playing off of it. Like, oh, yeah, we have all these great TV shows because they're based off of this, this, and this. But what if we had a show that's based off of kind of like a slasher film? And it's like you can't do that because it makes no sense. What a good, just, I applaud you for just this great. Another good thing, another homage that I like is kind of they went into it, but they didn't talk about it. They were like, oh yeah, you have to follow the rules. And if you guys don't know what the rules of a horror movie are,
rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number one, you can never have sex. Big no-no! Big no-no! Even in public, sex equals death, okay? No. The sin factor. It's a sin. It's an extension of number one. And number three, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. I'm getting another beer. You want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
the three rules, they did it well, and it was interesting how they did it. But then in here they're like, yeah, rules. Next scene. The same setting too at a party is just cool. We're following what the movie actually did, but it's kind of like, okay, are we gonna go out? Like, I understand you can't do everything, but because copyright issues, but some things you need to kind of expand on. Maybe make like, oh yeah, the rules of a TV show, you can't do this, this, and this, but you can do this, this, and this. And I would have liked to see something like that, because what's so good about Scream is the rules of, like, the rules they've set up, because it's in all of them. Oh yeah, the rules of the first one, but then the second one is like, oh yeah, rules of the sequel, and then part three, oh yeah, we're in a trilogy, so the rules of a trilogy, and then the fourth one, it's like, well, 4 movies, it's a saga, the rules of a saga, and it's like, that's cool because you added on, you knew what you were talking about. Um, what else? Oh yeah, there was kind of like, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this movie, and you know Tatum, the girl who got killed in the garage. They kind of had a little homage to her. It was interesting to see that happen, because it was like, oh yeah, I'm going in the garage because we need more drinks. I'm in the garage. Okay, there's scary noises, but I don't die. Which I like better, because I know some people have to die in the show, and then the show has to carry on. Oh yeah, how did they die? What happened? Stuff like that. In the movie, it's just, you have to die, you have to die, you have to die, you have to almost die, but then die. So you kind of can't do that in the TV series. So that's very interesting. And at the end, we get this little tease of the actual of the Scream voice. You know, the, oh, what you say? What you say? It's staying. Oh. That voice. I'm gonna. I gotta. Um, I gotta find it. It's one of my favorite. So we know that the voice is going to be uh, is going to be used, because obviously you can't have, yeah. I need to count down here. 5 minutes. You can't have Scream without the voice, because without the voice, it's all gonna fall apart. The main, like, another, without, like, the rules doesn't come till the end of the movie, but throughout the movie you get this: who's the killer? Is it you? Is it you? I don't know what's going on. Anything can happen. I don't know. And it's like, okay, what's holding that all together? Oh yeah, his voice, his fascinating voice. It's so, I can't do it. I'm trying my hardest. I can't wait to see how that goes. Um, a dumb thing I kind of was like, oh yeah, Scream. The movie takes place in college. I think the only one that didn't was for, yeah, all took place in the college except for um, this one. It's kind of like, well, it's a high school now. it just, that's the sad part because it's kind of like, okay, you're gonna give these kids more freedom than I have. What can I do? Mom, I'm going to a friend's house. Okay, be back by 9. Okay, Mom. Then I'm gonna go to a friend's house. Mom. Okay, see you Thursday. Be protected. Don't get killed. If you do, I'll be here doing things and stuff. So it's kind of like unrealistic freedom. College, it's more realistic because same age, you can come and go as you please. Um, Another kind of dumb thing was this whole typical YouTube bullying thing. Like, we've seen it done before. We don't like Carrie. I like Carrie the remake, but I feel like the whole YouTube thing could be without. Like, it's popular, yes, but it's so unrealistic. Not everyone gets that many hits just by sending it. I'll send this video to Oodles. He'll watch it. He'll put it away. I'll send this video to my friend Jaylee. She'll watch it. She'll put it away. I'll send this video to my teacher, Mr. Cappy, my Spanish teacher. He'll watch it. He'll put it away. But in a TV show, it's like, wow, this is amazing. Let me send it to everybody I know. Oh my god, it's been less than 5 minutes. Over 5 million views. So kind of unrealistic. Like I said, it's probably not, I didn't say anything about that, but it's probably not going to go away. It's going to be incorporated in a lot of things. So I guess I got to live with it. Like with wrestling, some analogies kind of don't make sense. Lucha Underground, we had the whole going to preparing for prison is like preparing for a Guerrero. Here we have like, oh yeah, we got the sports kids and the serial killer kids. They're one and the same because sports kids like sports. And serial killers kids, they like serial killers. This serial killer is my Cowboys. No. Stop. Don't make sense. Stop doing it. No analogy. Can we just take analogies out of TV shows and like sporting events? Don't make sense. Stop using them. Another good thing I liked about this backstory. We got this. Oh yeah, maybe it's this killer coming back. He only killed because he liked this girl. Okay, we did this thing because backstory. That's one thing I have against the movie. Not a lot of backstory. You get some here or there, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, he's coming back because I did a thing. 3, he's dead because I did a thing. And then my brother, because I did a thing. 4, he's back because I did a thing. I did things, and these things are ruining my life. Don't do things. Things. I'm gonna get killed because I did things. Here it's like I did a thing, and this thing had a consequence. And here's why this thing had a consequence. Because a long time ago, someone did the same thing, and it injured a guy, and it murdered somebody, and the ugly people who love, and then all this just things because I did a thing that ruined someone's life. Movie, I did a thing. Okay, I saved myself. I did another thing. Fuck. I saved myself. Remember that thing I did last week? I did a. Fuck. Remember that thing I did 2 years ago? Consequences. Not enough backstory. I'm just ranting now. The show has potential. I like it. I can't wait to see what happens next week, what happens in season 1. I like the homages. It had the movie down to a T, a lowercase t, but not like some things can be changed. Like there was a scene in the beginning where Bella Thorne was walking around her house, stereo on, lights dim, music play, like that's unrealistic shit. Nothing like that didn't control everything. It's basically a typical teen drama, but that's kind of what the movie was. Yeah, Cindy and her teen friends consequences to Cindy and her teen to adult friends consequences. 3, Cindy and her adult friends consequences, and then 4, back to the teens and the consequences. The only thing I'm looking forward to now is a Gal. Gal is just one of those characters. There has to be like some sort of homage or something to Gal. I like her character. I'm about to go watch this movie later. Gal is my favorite. One of my favorite characters. Um. What else? I would have liked. I'm guessing this has nothing to do with the movies. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, open story time. We can have the Scream tropes. We can self-aware, but that's about it. Um, I wish this would have been like, oh yeah, after Scream 4, this happened, and then stuff happened. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I can't wait to see what this has in store for the future, and that has been my thoughts on the Scream series. Maybe I'll talk more about it at the end of the season, hopefully. And peace. Don't forget to check out Oodles and Dr. 20XX. They're in the description below if you didn't watch my last video. I also mentioned them in there, but I'm mentioning them in here, so peace. And